Okay, so I promised you guys more creepiness, and more creepiness you shall have. Hold on to your hats, because here it comes.
Now we're going to talk more about prayer, and we're going to do
Yes.
some prayer before
Good.
if this program's over. But what I'd like to do, James, is just kind of review a prophetic vision that George Washington
Yes.
received. It was an angelic visitation
The first
at Valley
president of the
Forge.
United States.
A prophetic vision that George Washington
Yes.
received. It was an angelic visitation
The first
at Valley
president of the
Forge.
United States.
Okay, here's where it gets really creepy. I know it's, October and Halloween time and all, but, this reaches an all new strangeometer. Now they're about to seriously sit and read the vision of George Washington. In fact, it's on their website, in case you want to read the whole thing. Now, mind you, I read it years ago. And of course, I've gone back and revisited it, a couple different times because it's very interesting. But here's the problem with this prophetic. And did you catch that? It was prophetic and it was an angelic visitation. Now, George Washington uh, was not a Christian. Not that I hold that title in high regard, um, but not even that. He wasn't even a Christian. He actually, historically, was a Mason. And most people know this. There are a few, what we call goyim, people who really don't pay any attention and just follow other people. But for the most part, the knowledgeable Christians and other people know that George Washington was no Christian. He was a Mason. Um, that was George Washington posing as Baphomet. Now, given that information, uh, and actually given the actual vision, which you'll hear in a moment from this wonderful young woman, and they use the term young very loosely. Um, I just find it extremely difficult to believe that a Mason would have received an angelic vision from the Most High. Now, I don't find it hard to believe that he uh, received an angelic visitation uh, because there are different types of angels, but I don't believe that the vision was from the Most High. Yet, that's how they treat it. Anyway, for those of you who have never heard this vision, here goes.
And this was first published in the National Tribune in 1859. It
Yeah.
was reprinted in 1880. And of course, later in
Right.
different things. And we have it up on our website
That's
right now at
great.
xbmedia.com if people want the whole prophetic
That's
word.
good.
But in a nutshell, what happened is George Washington was visited by an angel
That's right.
who spoke to him concerning the future of the United States of America and spoke of three specific
That's
woes
right.
that would influence the United
And be
States
fought actually upon American soil
upon
was
American
the point.
soil.
Yes.
Now, I can't read the whole thing because
No,
it's
of
lengthy,
course.
but I am going to read the last part of it,
Great.
which is the last part of
Yes.
the vision. And he says, a second time the angel dipped water from the ocean and sprinkled it out as before. The dark cloud was then drawn back to the ocean, in whose heaving billows it sank from view. A third time I heard the mysterious voice saying, Son of the Republic, look and learn.
Yes.
I cast my eyes upon America and beheld villages and towns and cities springing up one after another until the whole land, from the Atlantic to the Pacific, was dotted with them. Again I heard the mysterious voice say, Son of the Republic, the end of the century cometh, look and learn. At this, the dark, shadowy angel turned his face southward, and from Africa I saw an ill-omened specter approach our land. It flitted slowly over every town and city. The inhabitants presently set themselves in battle array against each other. As I continued looking, I saw a bright angel on whose brow rested a crown of light on which was traced the word Union, bearing the American flag, which he placed between the divided nation and said, "Remember, ye are brethren." Instantly, the inhabitants, casting from their weapons, became friends once more and united around the national standard. So we know that to be after the Civil War.
Yes.
And again, I heard the mysterious voice saying, "Son of the Republic, look and learn." At this, the dark, shadowy angel placed a trumpet to his mouth and blew 3 distinct blasts.
Yes.
And taking water from the ocean, he sprinkled it upon Europe, Asia, and Africa.
Wow.
Then my eyes beheld a fearful scene. From each of these countries arose thick black clouds that were joined into one. And throughout this mass there gleamed a dark red light by which I saw hordes of armed men who, moving with the cloud, marched by land and sailed by sea to America, which country was enveloped in the volume of the cloud. And I dimly saw these vast armies devastate the whole country and burn the villages, towns, and cities that I beheld were springing up. As my ears listened to the thundering of the cannon, clashing of the swords, and the shouts of cries of millions in mortal combat, I heard again the mysterious voice saying, "Son of the Republic, look and learn." When the voice had ceased, the dark, shadowy angel placed his trumpet once more to his mouth and blew a long and fearful blast. Instantly, a light as of 1,000 suns shone down from above me and pierced and broke into fragments the dark cloud which enveloped America. At the same moment, the angel, upon whose head still shone the word Union,
Yes.
and who bore our national flag in one hand and a sword in the other, descended from the heavens, attended by legions of white spirits. These immediately joined the inhabitants of America, who I perceived were well nigh overcome, but who immediately, taking courage again, closed up their broken ranks and renewed the battle.
Yes.
Again, amid the fearful noise of the conflict, I heard the mysterious voice saying, "Son of the Republic, look and learn."
That's right.
As the voice ceased, the shadowy angel for the last time dipped water from the ocean and sprinkled it upon America. Instantly, the dark cloud rolled back together with the armies it had brought, leaving the inhabitants of the land victorious. Then, once more I beheld the villages, towns, and cities springing up where I'd seen them before, while the bright angel, planting the azure standard he had brought in the midst of them, cried with a loud voice, "While the stars remain and the heavens send down dew upon the earth, so long shall the Union last." And taking from his brow the crown on which was blazoned the word Union, he placed it upon the standard, while the people, kneeling down, said, "Amen." The scene instantly began to fade and dissolve, and I at last saw nothing but the rising, curling vapor I had first beheld. This also disappearing, I found myself once more gazing upon the mysterious visitor, who in the same voice I had heard before said, "Son of the Republic, what you have seen is thus interpreted. 3 great perils will come upon the Republic. The most fearful is the third, which has not come to pass yet, passing while the whole world united shall not prevail against her. Let every child of the Republic learn to live for his God, his land, and the Union." While with these words, the vision vanished, and I started from my seat and felt that I had seen a vision wherein had been shown me the birth, progress, and destiny of the United States.
Nope. You didn't hallucinate. You heard it on a Christian program. The Masonic prophecy vision of George Washington. Now, does anybody else think it's odd that this was recited, seriously by these Christians at this particular time in history, the 2008 elections? The worst part is they're not done